It tells you a lot about the Democrat Party and how they operate when a show like The View can go from being the biggest Biden supporters for the past 4 years to suddenly on a dime saying, yes, we do support the decision to replace Biden. These people are so treacherous. They believe absolutely nothing. They're simply just shills, and we have a prime segment to react to today that highlights that. So folks, if you enjoy the content, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and without further ado, check out this clip from just a few days before Biden was replaced, because it tells you a lot about the loyalties that Democrats have, which is nothing to anything besides the party. Check it out.
You know? So depressing, the whole thing. You know, I think that he's going to drop out now. That's my feeling. I mean, I don't have any information, but when Pelosi gets into this, and Schumer and Schiff and Jeffries, and they all say it's time to go. You know, the COVID in a way is like a good way for him to get out, because he needs this time to show how strong he is, and he's sick, and the time is very, very short now. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I wouldn't put it past them to just say, look, Joe, we can't, you know, Nancy Pelosi, she would not bring a vote to the floor unless she knew it was going to get passed. Yeah. This is not a woman who plays games, and she doesn't feel that he can win, I don't think. So, you know, when I saw her at the Democratic convention right before Trump beat Hillary, I said to her, what if he wins? And she said he's not going to win. I think she's learned her lesson, that she said he wasn't going to win, and then he did. So, you know.
It's important to note that Joy Behar has been the biggest Biden shill for the past 4 years. So Joy, why were you saying any of these things a couple days before Biden actually did drop out? I thought he was in perfect condition. You went so far as to say to Bill Maher, you don't even think other liberals should criticize him because we need to rally that hard behind our candidate. And then all of a sudden, because Nancy Pelosi wants Joe Biden out, suddenly it's like, oh, it's okay. What do these people believe? Because honestly, as a conservative, if they did this to Trump, if Mitch McConnell and Mike Johnson just said, oh, no, well, you can't run, Trump, you're out of the race, I'd be pretty freaking mad. The reaction of the people who claim they were the biggest Biden supporters, Biden is so great for the past few years. Oh, well, I guess it is what it is. Tells you a lot, right?
No, she's very cautious now. And we have to save the country somehow.
I think that's the reporting is coming out that behind the scenes, someone like a Hakeem Jeffries and Senator Schumer have spoken to the president and have explained to him that he has a great legacy to stand on. He's done a lot of wonderful things for the country, but it's time for him to pass the baton, much like Nancy Pelosi passed the baton to Hakeem Jeffries.
Why? I thought he was in perfect condition. I thought it was a right-wing conspiracy theory that he has dementia or he's not really fit. I thought the debate was a 90-minute fluke, right? 90 minutes doesn't find a presidency. Obviously, you know, hindsight is hindsight, but when you really break down what these people were saying for so many years, why are you acknowledging this? I thought Biden was doing great. I thought he was perfect. I thought there was nothing wrong with him. So why is it suddenly like, oh, I guess it is what it is. Unfortunately, he has to drop out. It's just these people are so freaking dishonest.
I will say this. It's his decision to make.
That's also not true, but okay.
It seems to me that these behind the scenes meetings that should be private are being leaked intentionally to sort of force his hand. I think that's disrespectful to the president. I think it's disrespectful to the office. Even if he doesn't drop out, I think we have to understand that there's a binary choice. There is a threat, an existential threat to democracy on one side and Joe Biden on the other. Right. So he still has my vote because he has Vice President Harris right next to him, who is ready to step into the role of president. God forbid something happened to Joe Biden. So I still think, you know, Democrats, instead of throwing Joe Biden under the bus, need to start talking more about the Republican program, which is Program 2025. And I implore all of you.
That's not even what it's called. But you can call Trump an existential threat to democracy all you want, but he was actually democratically voted in by the Republican primary voters. Kamala Harris, or wherever you put up in there, cannot say the same. You guys cooed out. You guys insurrected against the very person your voters voted for, and you claim it's to save democracy. Again, these people are just such freaking liars. They just say whatever, okay? Totally disingenuous.
Who have not read it, I'm saying Project 2025. It is 900 pages. It is not the easiest thing to get through, but it is the scariest thing you will ever read. It is a very dark vision of America, and that is exactly.
You're not throwing him under the bus.
Sonny, I was
That's
going to say
exactly what's going to happen if the Republican.
Sonny, I disagree on the one point about the Democrats making it public, their conversations, because I believe these leading Democrats would not make it public if they didn't feel they needed that pressure campaign to help them with their decision. And a friend said this the other day, and again, this is not about age. We've discussed how 81 looks on some people and how 81 looks on others. It's about a cognitive ability. And someone said to me, everyone has to.
I thought he was fine. I thought it was nothing wrong with. I thought he was in perfect condition. I thought we trust the doctors. Hey, the White House doctor said he's fine. What are you talking? I thought it's so funny how implicitly, like, the right wing is being proved so correct, because this is actually another case of, you know, during COVID, all this stuff. Oh, the conspiracy theories are no longer conspiracy theories. They're just true. Okay, here's another right-wing conspiracy theory that came true and now they acknowledge it. Joe Biden had serious mental cognitive issues. All right. So another reason why these people should not be trusted about anything, because they're always wrong. And that's just another prime example of it. And now they're admitting the people since 2020 who were saying he has issues, we were right, huh? Clearly.
To take the keys away from grandpa one day. And I mean that not in an insulting way. I mean that in anyone with an elderly parent or someone who's in a condition, sometimes you have to step in. So I think the public campaign just shows the pressures and what people are seeing behind the doors, and that is concerning. But real quickly, Sonny, I want to reiterate, I've said over and over why Biden or anyone else on the Democratic ticket resonates with me.
Yeah.
In contrast to 2025, as well as knowing what's at stake for this election. The three main reasons that I will go Dem regardless is reproductive rights are at stake, and please don't minimize that to just abortion. That is IVF, that is family planning, that is making your own medical decisions. I think also one thing.
Putting aside the typical Project 2025 fear-mongering, I find it hilarious. She talks about taking the keys away from grandpa and making that an analogy for the country. Like, seriously, for the past 4 years, that is what you guys put in charge of the country? The senile old grandpa who can't even drive his own car, the person that the elderly caretaker, you know, the visiting angel has to come in and step in and intervene. That gives me a lot of faith in the leadership in our country. And by the way, if that is the case, if it is really that bad, you have a grandpa with dementia who needs someone to, quote, step in for him, why is he still running the country? Why hasn't he resigned yet? Why hasn't the 25th Amendment been invoked? Okay, there are so many questions, but I think, again, the fundamental point is, first of all, these people have been dishonest for the past 4 years. Because the things they're saying now were apparent. It's pretty clear. They always knew Joe Biden had cognitive issues. They were just trying to cover them up, and then they weren't able to do it anymore. That is number one. And number two, hilarious to see how even at the end, because again, this was like a day or two before Joe Biden actually did end up dropping out, even The View, even the most hardcore Biden supporters were throwing him under the bus. I would hate to be a Democrat politician. I really would, because like, they'll love you one moment. It's like being a rock star, I guess, although I'm not the type of rock star I would want to be. But they love you one moment, next thing you know, the knives are out, in with the next. It seems like a miserable state of existence, but I can't exactly feel bad. That's the lifestyle these people choose for themselves. That said, folks, let me know your thoughts. Be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and until next time, I've been Vince with Resist the Mainstream. Peace.